pretty good. So we're gonna be watching the Sykkuno files. Predator or Playboy?
Sykkuno is a wholesome chungus gaming YouTuber most known for his Among Us streams with Pokimane and Lud.
If I wasn't there in 2020 watching YouTubers and streamers play Among Us, like mine was at first it was Courage JD, and then I started watching Toast, and I would always eat my food and watch them play Among Us for like almost a year straight when they were uploading. He used to get millions of views. Toast. He used to get millions of views off of those Among Us videos. Those used to go crazy back in the day.
During the COVID era. He's your typical soft-spoken e-boy gaming celebrity with stands that would decapitate each other for a chance of a one-on-one private gaming session with him. If you know what I mean, he's similar to creators like Dream and Corpse Husband, at least with the type of...
He's like a... If y'all don't know who Sykkuno is, he's an Asian streamer. And he's like a little... Like he sounds like... He looks like an anime boy. He's from anime boy.
Wait, you're actually so much braver.
This okay. This is him when he was chopped, but this is kind of what he looks like. He looks different now, but this is him when he was chopped.
Than I thought.
Oh my God. Wait, let's play. Let's
if
replay
you know
that.
What I mean, he's similar to creators like Dream and Corpse Husband, at least with the type of audience.
Wait, you're actually so much braver than I thought.
Only because you're here.
Everything seemed to...
Like, do you guys just hear that? Only because you're here. Like, he sounds like he came straight out of a fucking anime. I gotta start taking notes on this guy, bro. He low-key might be cooking up, bro. Like, can I get a fucking notebook, dude? Like, he actually might be cooking, bro. You're so brave for being here. Wait, no, you're so brave. Only because you're here. Is that not fire, chat? Chat, I need a notebook. I'm in my boxers, though. I'm in my boxers. If y'all seen like a shit stain, like y'all gotta clip that shit, bro. That shit would actually blow up. Okay.
Be going fine until a Twitter account posted a Google Doc with the caption exposing Sykkuno, a serial cheater, master manipulator, and a dangerous predator. Around the same time, another YouTuber released an hour-long video that corroborated many of the claims made in the document. The situation quickly exploded. The doc sparked a full-blown meltdown across the community, and waves of women on TikTok began posting videos reacting to and
So, pretty much he got exposed for cheating on his girlfriend. Cause he would cheat on his girlfriend with hella up and coming stream like VTubers and shit, and he was cheating on his girlfriend. And the person who exposed him was because it was a girl he was cheating on his girl with. So his side chick exposed him for being a cheater because he didn't want to get with her, so she exposed his ass.
Discussing the allegations, but things were not as clear-cut as they first appeared. After people actually read through the document, many started pointing out serious issues with how it was framed. That is when the narrative began to shift, and what followed was an all-out war against the accusers.
So that was god-awful.
Excuse
That's it?
Amid all this chaos, one question stood...
What is with people dropping like whole documents exposing people? Like, this is the fucking Epstein files and shit. I don't get that, dude. I don't get that.
Out for anyone not completely terminally online. Is Sykkuno actually a...
This is him.
Predator? Or is he just a swagged up oomph playing the field? Today, we're
I think he low-key might just be like... He low-key might be him,
going
deadass.
to break that down and uncover the truth behind the controversy. On April 10th, a Twitter account named Hemomel posted a 32-page Google Doc
exposing Sykkuno, a serial cheater, a master manipulator, and a dangerous predator. Read.
Accusing Sykkuno of manipulation, cheating, and leading on multiple women at once.
Holy
exposing
shit.
Sykkuno, a serial cheater.
A predator? Okay, predator is pretty crazy.
Master manipulator and dangerous predator. It included Discord messages,
I've only actually dated someone once, so they broke up with me, so...
PayPal transactions, a timeline.
And he was giving them money?
And a 17-minute voice recording where Sykkuno appears to confirm key parts of the story. The post spread fast, hitting around 20 million viewers in a day.
This was a week ago.
About an hour later, YouTuber Mugen released a documentary covering the same claims, which helped push the story even further. According to the document, their interaction started on Valentine's Day 2026, when she messaged Sykkuno asking if he was still...
Are you still looking for a Valentine's date, perhaps? And then she sends like the Sabrina Carpenter. So she DM'd him first. It wasn't the other way around. So she came on him. Whoa, wait, okay. What? You just can't open with something like that? And besides, Valentine's Day is already over where I'm from already. I mean, we could always do a Valentine's Day do-over, you know? I used to think it was Valentine's Day, but it's Valentine's Day. So if y'all hear me say Valentine's, I mean times. I actually never knew the difference till like last year. Or like this year.
Looking for a Valentine's date. They quickly moved to...
So you can't be talking? I just finished streaming, but I can maybe play in a little bit. I just want to get some food and shower and stuff. Ooh, of course. Take your time. My Discord is, by the way, you could just add me whenever you're free. Free anytime? Look, she fucking quadruple text his ass. Oh my god, I'm so sorry it took so long.
Discord, and things escalated almost immediately. Within 2 days, he was talking about...
Lol. Okay, I'll try that. Heart. Do they have an aquarium in a big fan? And I'm a big fan of aquariums. He typed that wrong, so I'm not the dumbass. I can read. There's a, I don't know what the fuck that is. In Amsterdam, could make it a date, you know, make up for Valentine's. Artist? What? A what? Lol. Wait, how far away is TwitchCon? Oh my god, let me check. Last days of May. Whoa, okay, it's actually like only a few months away. Wow, it's really just sneaks up. Oh yeah, okay.
About meeting up, moving in together, and even adopting a cat.
Get a cat together. See, his level of grizz is... I gotta dead ass write this down. Holy shit, I gotta dead ass write this down. Cause there's no fucking way. He's doing that thing where like you talk about your future with that person, and that, yo, he's like this IQ. You gotta. Oh, he's him. I'm stuttering. He's him. Cause when you talk about your future with that person, they're gonna be like, oh my god, he really does like me. So he's him. He's an elite ball knowledge. He knows he's a master. He's a fucking master.
Which she claims is not true. They spoke daily, including voice calls and sexual conversations. At the time, she thought the way he acted on calls was intentional and romantic. Later, she believed he was...
So he was probably whispering like me. I did that because that's like the anime freak shit right
being
there.
Quiet because his long-term girlfriend was in the same house.
Bro, he's a master manipulator and cheater, bro. This is crazy. The whole time she thought he was just like whispering using his low voice. Whole time his girl's in the house with him and he was cheating on her, bro. This is crazy shit right here.
The document also claims he sent her money early on without being asked.
Wow. Yo, send me some fucking money without me being asked,
about
please.
283 euros. It describes this as part of a pattern. Other women allegedly received much larger amounts, including over 1,500 euros in one case, plus paid trips and living expenses.
I'll have to see, because I know not. Wow, he's paying for trips. He's paying for trips, and you know he's making millions, dude. So he's really got the money for this shit. He's him, you know. Holy
At
fuck.
the same time, he was still talking to other women and planning to meet them at events. A major part of the story is the existence of a long-term girlfriend. According to the claims, they'd been together since 2021, living together since 2024, and she was financially dependent on him. The relationship...
He literally made her depend on him, so without him, she would literally be nothing, so she wouldn't leave him. Holy shit, he's like the grand master of all this, dude. He literally made her depend on him. Like, that's crazy. You gotta be an independent woman, bro. And like, without him, like, she literally couldn't leave him, because if she left him, she would have nothing, bro. He is fucking,
Ship was
holy
kept
shit.
private, even from close
Holy
friends.
fuck, wait, let me...
When she found out, she reportedly contacted others involved and was deeply upset. The strongest piece of evidence is the recorded call. In it, Sykkuno admits that he was in a long-term relationship, says it had been unhappy, and confirms he was involved with other women at the same time. He also says he struggled to end the relationship because he still cared about her and felt responsible for her.
Telling her like, oh, like...
Okay, so I think this is Sykkuno, and the girl who's confronting him is the side chick, I think?
I'm still gonna be with you, like, telling her that you're still her boyfriend? While actively cheating on her every single day.
Damn.
You're right. I should have just said how I felt.
Okay, so he's just chill about it. But my question is, why is this? I never get, why is the side chick getting mad at him for cheating? You know, cause you're the girl he's cheating on his girl with. So, am I dumb?
One specific part that a lot of people
How
thought was
I
funny
think I'm done.
is
Don't listen
during
to
the
me.
confrontation, Homomo says that he didn't cheat on her and that she's still open to talking because she believes in second chances.
What is why I'm still upset with you, but you didn't cheat on me. You can still talk to me and be, like, make up for your actions. Don't...
What? Did y'all just hear what he said? He just said what? She exposed him, ruined his image online, and she's still saying she did all that, but she says you didn't cheat on me. I still give second chances, bro. I'm not gonna lie. His dick must be immaculate. His shit must be amazing. He was so confused. He literally said what? He's actually so confused himself, cause she's giving him a second chance. He must got all the money in the world. He'd be giving her some good ass D, because holy shit, she just confused him. He literally said what? She said, no, you didn't cheat on me. You're lucky I give second chances. Holy fuck, dude. He's him. He's actually dead ass him. Holy
Because I
fuck.
always am there for second chances. But I never will forgive you for cheating on her. You didn't cheat on me. You can still
What? What? Look, he literally said what?
talk to me and be, like, make up for your actions. Don't get me wrong, because I always am there for second chances. But
Them reciprocating and
What?
only now finding
What? He said what? That's actually funny as shit. He literally said what?
out that they were a side dish instead of the main. It's important to note that none of these 12 girls said that he sexually assaulted them or that they were minors at the time. This was all fully consensual from two adults.
Okay, so none of them were minors, and all of it, this was consensual. So I don't know why they're... Okay, so only thing he's wrong of doing is being a cheater. He literally just cheated on his girl for the last 5 years, which is low-key crazy. For 5 years straight, she never... How does his girl not know this? Your girl don't go through your phone, bro? Like, what?
Parties. Oh my god, thank god I turned him down. Sykkuno reached out to me after seeing me in VR chat one day and always messaged out of nowhere or tried to meet up with me at conventions. He bought me Steam games, he showed up in my city for a league tournament and invited me out to a group event, paid for me to play and all my drinks, and we plan to go back out. So he...
What the fuck, dude? I'll be gay for me to get this type of fucking treatment, bro. Girls deadass got it easy in life, dude. I actually wish I was a fucking girl. Holy fuck, dude. No girl is doing this for a guy. Like, but a guy is doing it. You know, like, sometimes I wish I was a girl, man. Like, low-key, if I was a girl, dude, I'll be making...
Ubered us
I would have an amazing life.
to my apartment to store all the prizes we won. Dumb on my part, but I had been drinking. We ended up going to a bar with vintage arcade games to play more, and as a joke, told me if I got the high score, he'd pay my rent. He knew
He's jokingly saying he's gonna pay her rent.
I was
He's
struggling. After some more drinks, we had to go back to my apartment to pick up the prizes.
Crazy.
He wanted to stay and play games or watch a show with me. I didn't feel comfortable and politely thanked him for the night. Sykkuno grabbed me by the waist and pulled me against his body and asked me in a flirty tone, "So, do you want something?" At this point, I was really nervous, but I just told him, "No, sorry, but thank you for the fun, and to have a good night." I never knew he had a girlfriend, nor was I interested. I can't imagine if I had fallen for his Playboy tricks. He has always wanted to meet up at events over the past few years.
I don't see what the problem is. You went on a date with him, did you not? You didn't give him no buns, but you went on a date with him. You had a great time.
I knew him, but never with my friends. This
What?
is
I
effing
don't
scary.
understand.
My friends thought it was weird too. Thank God I had such good friends making sure I was being safe.
He's scary because you guys went on a date and you had a good time with him?
Damn, guess I was just another number on his list then. Feels bad, man. That wasn't the only thing that came out. Once more people started paying attention to the situation, clips of Sykkuno talking to girls began circulating, and a lot of them are pretty funny. Even the replies are all guys taking notes.
Oh wait, Mion, can you move the cards more to the right? It's off. It's blocking. More, even more.
Like this way?
Oh, to your left. Sorry.
This way?
Yeah, to your left. Yeah, there you go.
I don't get it.
Yeah, that's perfect.
That's immaculate. 10 out of 10. That was amazing. I just wrote that shit down. But they're friends. Cause I know this because they play Among Us together. So he's trolling her. He's just trolling. He's just a troll.
We just wanted to see you again. That's all.
See, look, and he covers it up like, oh, we just wanted, like the chat. We just want to see you again.
So dumb.
Yo,
Wait, why? You look nice
This guy's so
Not that you don't
troll.
normally.
Okay.
Anyway,
Write that down.
I'm writing it down.
One screenshot in particular basically turned into a meme at this point. I haven't really dated much. So
Wait. 10/30/26. Okay, maybe this is this the month or is this the month?
you have me now. My XP bar is low.
Whoa.
One screenshot in particular basically turned into a meme at this point.
Whoa.
I haven't really dated much. So
I haven't really dated much.
you have me now.
So you have me now?
My XP bar is low.
My XP bar is low. Like, this is fucking Minecraft. His XP bar is low because he hasn't dated much, dude. Holy fuck. My XP bar is low. That's fire.
I mean, hell, even the girl that was confronting him for cheating on her friends was still telling him that she gives second chances
This is what I
because
said.
he didn't cheat on her.
Like, see, these feet, like, sometimes they make no
There's
fucking
also
sense.
an older clip going around again where he straight up sounds like an anime character.
Wait, you're actually so much braver than I thought.
Only because you're here.
Only because you're here. No? Sorry.
First, the reaction to all of this was
Am I shocked to learn that the streamer I used to watch during 2021 who had this reputation of being awkward around girls in relationships is a serial cheater and manipulator? Yes, as that's what manipulators do. Sykkuno had everything planned out from curating the perfect I don't know, but something about his image, like he was putting on a front, which if you couldn't tell, like obviously, like when people put up fronts like that, he's like, oh, I'm like a shy, nervous Asian boy, but like reality, he's cheating on everyone. Like, come on, bro, you didn't expect that shit.
negative. A ton of TikToks popped up, mostly from girls breaking down the situation and reacting to the.
So it turns out nerdy soft boy Sykkuno is actually a serial cheater and manipulator. You gotta think about it like this. If he's nerdy and soft and he looks like an anime boy and he's cute, hella girls are gonna go for that. And he knows that. So that's how he's getting all these girls. It's working. His shit's working.
But that didn't last long. Once people actually sat down and read through the document, a lot of them started pushing back, and they had some strong opinions about.
I like how this chick is making it out to be some grand crime and him destroying the lives of millions of people. So he cheated and is a scummy playboy. So terminally online. Dumbass.
About it. The biggest issue people had with this document and his accusers was the way the situation was being talked about. Exposing Sykkuno, a serial cheater, master manipulator, and dangerous predator, sounds like he did something much.
Yeah, no, they're really outplaying it. Like, they're making it sound like he did some crazy shit. Like, he needs to be canceled. All he did was just, like, fuck around. That's it. All he did was fuck around. And he was fucking around on his girl behind her back for 5 years. Which is fucked up. But they're making it sound like he is he needs to be canceled. He's a predator. You know? So, I don't think it's that crazy for people to go crazy about, like, trying to cancel him. I mean, that's messed up, but I mean, I don't
What's
think it's that
worse
crazy.
than cheating with a bunch of VTubers?
We all have we all have friends who like go around messing with hella girls, cheating on the. We all have friends who do that. So I don't know why we're all acting like that's something new.
If you read that title
Like,
without
I don't know why people are acting like we don't know people who do this shit on the regular, and it's normal.
any prior context, you would immediately assume that he was being accused of either being a pedophile or sexual assault. Even the format of a Google Doc with a massive list feels like a joke when you actually read what's in there. That's not to excuse cheating by any means either. What he did was definitely out
You
of
gotta think, she literally spent her like time and day putting all this together because she was a side chick and he didn't want to be with her. And then so she released all this, and then she still said, I'll give you a chance. You're gonna give him a chance. You ruined his reputation, you exposed him, and you think you're gonna give him a chance. You would be lucky if he gave you a fucking chance. Because him and his girl are definitely breaking up, so he's gonna be alone. No girl, which you want to be with him, but you're lucky if he even gives you a chance.
line and not a good thing to do. But all of these girls coming out with walls of text rubbed many people the wrong way and felt like an attempt to grab whatever clout they could from this situation. Hi, I'm a fully grown woman, and let me tell you how I had a heterosexual encounter with a male. Can't believe I survived. We should kill him. So you went out on a date with him, he paid for everything and was super nice, nothing else happened, and now you're trying to cancel him for clout because you see all the attention of—
See, this is literally, I literally just said this. She went out on a date, he paid for everything, she literally said that she had a great time, and she's coming out trying to expose him for what? For being a nice guy. Okay, well, obviously he's not a nice guy because he was cheating, but he was being nice to her, so he was being a nice guy to her. So I don't see what the problem is. You know, he took you, y'all went out on a date. He paid for everything. He was super, you said he was super nice. You said you had a great time. He tried to move up a little bit. Let's go back to my place. You declined. He didn't get mad, so I don't see what the problem is.
about it, got it. Probably the craziest clip to come out after the doc dropped was from a girl who posted a 12-minute video about her experience with him. In it, she says that they had consensual sex and that he
Consensual, that's all I had to hear. Consensual, that's all I had to hear.
finished inside of her. The way she tells the story, especially with her crying, makes it sound like she is describing something non-consensual.
It's consensual. I don't know why she's crying.
But she clearly says in the video that she gave consent. So what she is actually revealing is that they hooked up, bro came in her galupa, and she was okay with it at the time.
What?
And we end up having sex. And I didn't have it in me to tell him to stop, so I just let it happen.
So you guys had sex. You consented to it. What do you mean you didn't have it in you to tell him no? What does that even mean?
And while this was happening, while we were doing it, I always wear protection, and I only sleep with people I'm in a relationship with, so I'm not used to one-night stands or anything like that.
So you had a one-night stand with Sykkuno.
But we were not using protection, and
Okay.
I'm legally hard of hearing, if you guys don't know already. But in the heat of the moment, he asked me if it was safe, and I didn't hear him, but I just said, and he finished.
Okay, so if you're hard of hearing and someone says something to you, would you say, like, you didn't hear them, would you say, what? Or what did you say? Or would you say, So why are you saying, Like, what? If you're hard of hearing, why didn't you just, if he said, like, what'd you say? But you said, Like, what?
Inside of me, and then that was it.
Homelander couldn't get this story out of me.
I thought the sex was consensual at the same time. I wasn't drinking. I literally...
I don't understand what it was. Okay, so she's making a video exposing him because they had sex and it was consensual.
He just convinced me that I wanted to fuck him, and I did it.
That's
and now,
dumb.
like, I regret it or something like that. And they're gonna use that. They're gonna go, "You fucking raped that woman," and it's going to happen.
I'm losing my mind. Why does it keep getting more stupid? Agrees to share a room with him, claims he made a move on her, she gave him oral because she's a people pleaser, according to her, eats
What?
a banana to disassociate, found this funny, admits to having sex with him the next morning, claims to always have sex with protection and only with people she's in a relationship with. claims not to hear him ask, "Is it safe?" before she replies with, "Mm-hmm." Thus, he finishes inside her. Her first question to him after the act isn't about the lack of protection, but when his last relationship was, or if he sleeps around a lot. If you're a victim, the only thing you'd be a victim to is your own stupidity.
Okay, so she agreed to share a room with him. Claim, yeah, this is dumb. That is dumb. This whole situation is
This
stupid.
is a perfect example of why you should avoid putting yourself in situations that could turn sexual if you're not confident in your ability to set clear boundaries and say no when needed. Trying to rewrite history and frame this as some kind of assault is completely disingenuous. Stuff like this is exactly why actual victims of sexual assault don't get taken seriously. Too many of these allegations turn out to be nothing burgers that poison the well for real stories. Regretting sex with someone or thinking, "I said yes, but in my head I meant no," is not sexual assault. It's being mad at yourself for not verbalizing your boundaries and saying yes to things you were uncomfortable with, even when you had every chance to speak up. You literally admitted in this video to giving verbal consent to him. Hanging on to it and only coming out with this story because she claims to feel blindsided by him having a girlfriend makes this come across more like a scorned side piece looking for a paycheck. This wasn't assault whatsoever. It was consensual sex between adults followed by regret and retroactive framing. Take responsibility for your choices instead of playing victim. By now,
I agree.
the original accusers were getting more heat than
I agree with
Sykkuno.
that.
Her Momal quote tweeted her Google Doc tweet saying that English wasn't her first language, as if that's somehow an excuse. The only girl that Sykkuno had relations with that didn't seem to want to smear him as a predator was a creator named Powder. At first, she just tweeted a picture of her DMs with him, saying, "Ladies, ladies, you're not special, we're all special." But once she started seeing other girls try framing him as something potentially worse than a cheater, she came out and said, "Can you criticize him for cheating? Absolutely. But never once did I feel manipulated by this dude. He's a huge flirt, but I was incredibly aware of the power dynamic. Also, he was just friendly. He's quite forward with his riz, which I didn't like being around. Gave me player vibes. Am I going to flip out on him? No. Usually when someone is like that, they're already talking to multiple people. I see some women trying to play victim as if they didn't have a brain in the situation. Also saw people throwing the word predator around. I think that's unreasonable. Muujin never really was a reliable narrator. If a large creator who is friendly asks to play a game with you, would you say no? This would catch the attention of Muujin, the creator that posted the hour-long video alongside Hemomal's Google Doc. Can you criticize him for cheating? Absolutely. But I had no viewers whatsoever and became desperate after trying everything to be relevant, so I chose to appeal to the people who hate my gender in order to pay rent. Am I going to flip on a serial cheater who had sex with women without telling
Okay, what the fuck? Okay, what is going on now? I'm kind of confused. Like, this kind of off flip. Who the fuck are these people?
them that they'd be homewreckers? Of course not. Morals are an
Who are
obstacle
these
to my
people?
income. Muujin was never really a reliable narrator, so when his video eventually comes out about me being cancelled by my audience for secretly having dated a black guy, even though I keep saying that I can't stand minorities, please don't trust him. Also, English is my first language, and I have no idea that predator can mean a person or organization that uses weaker people for their own advantage. But it's okay, my audience gobbles up anything I say anyway. Dumbass simps, Lamau. Eventually, after getting even more
Who the fuck is this?
blowback, Muujin made another tweet trying to clarify his intentions with the video, with replies locked of course. Some members of my community have reached out regarding their stuff without actually elaborating on what specifically happened, making it out to seem much worse than what actually happened.
And I think what I really want to say is I am just so sorry for all the hurt that's been caused to the victims, to our communities. I feel like I feel everyone's hurt and shock and confusion, and
Okay, Pokemon's talking. Okay, Pokemon. Isn't she is literally friends with him. I know this because they always play Among Us with each other. So they're literally friends. So how are you gonna like okay. Right, you have a friend, good friend, and he gets exposed for cheating on his girl. That's it. And you're gonna take everyone else's side, but like if my man he cheating on his girl, you know what? I don't agree with him cheating, but he cheated. It's not the end. Like he didn't kill no one. He didn't do nothing illegal. He just cheated. Is he a piece of shit? Yeah, because we all know our friends are fucking piece of shit, but they're still our friends at the end of the day. But like, how are you gonna go? Like, this is so messed up. I think that them switching up on him, her switching up on him after they've been friends for years is messed. I think this is messed up. I think if this happens to you, you just be like, yeah, I know we're good friends. He did something dumb, which is not okay. But you know, at the end of the day, we're still friends. You just gotta, you know, your friends do stupid shit, and you gotta hold them up. You gotta make sure they take accountability. But she's literally switched. Like I'm agreeing with the victims here. You know, like
I really try so hard to.
And I don't understand why she's so sad when she was even. She's like, this is really hard for me.
To make my channel a safe space for everybody, and I really hope the people that do need to speak up will.
XQC would reply asking, who are the victims in this case? And please, elaborate on victims.
I don't understand. Yeah, what the fuck are... There's no such thing as victims in this... Only victim in this situation is his girl he cheated on. Everyone else is not a victim. The only victim in here, only person I feel bad for this in this situation is his girl he was cheating on. Because that's 5 years of her, like, the relationship she was in with him, gone because he cheated. So the only person in the situation I feel bad for is her. Because because he was cheating on her all these years. I feel bad. That's fucked up. I feel like that's the only victim in this whole situation. And the fact no one else is talking about his girl and everyone's talking about the side chicks is crazy.
Of what? To which Pokimane would reply, you realize people can be victims of cheating, right? Using lingo that's used for predators, groomers, and PDF files for a cheater is kinda crazy, no?
Victims of cheating. Only person he cheated on was his girlfriend. There's no victims. There's only one victim. He only cheated on one person. All those other girls, they weren't even... Was Sykkuno even, like, in a relationship with those girls? Or was he just fucking on them? Because that's two different things.
Just because it's the context you hear it in doesn't mean it's the only one. The comments about the way Pokimane framed this were mixed in the replies. Even other streamers had differing views about it. Asmongold disagreed with XQC, saying he thinks that is the right use of the word.
I mean, I don't know what they're talking about. Victims. I mean, yeah, there's a victim. They're talking about like predator. There's different type of predators, like a child predator, or like the definition of predator is like, you know, there's a lot. So I won't say much on this, but I just feel like people are saying there's victims when I don't think there's victims. There's a victim.
I disagree with this. I actually disagree with XQC on this. I think that somebody is a victim of a manipulator, a person who leads them on, who gives them the false impression, and who intentionally
getting led on is different. There's only one victim. I hope he says it's the girlfriend.
Tries to take advantage of that impression that they don't have. Like, and I don't think that like if you want to argue about the vocabulary, I mean, again, I think that categorically victim is the right word to use.
XQC responded saying that's easy for Asmon to say that because he's the one being accused of harming victims. If he was the one in this situation, he would say that the wording is too strong.
What if I said that all his OTK mates are all victims of this person who's evil because he's doing some financial sabotage by being part of OTK and trolling the game by having these wild takes and pretty much damaging the whole org down by tarnishing their name and making sure that their income is scuffed over, and all the people that work there are victims of him. Whoa, guys, whoa, you can't say that. Whoa, you can't do this. It's insane.
Coming out of the other side of this, it's clear that Sykkuno is not a predator by any means. But
no,
what
I don't think he
did
is.
Was not right, and
he's not a predator, but what he did was he's not a predator, but what he did is messed up. Cheating on his girl is messed up. The other things with those other girls, I don't really care because he wasn't dating none of them. He was just fucking them, which we know people who do that is normal. So.
Messed up thing to do. Cheating on your girlfriend while not being illegal is a horrible thing to do and leaves them devastated when they find out. Nicholas DiOrio hit the nail on the head when he said that Sykkuno would be in a way worse spot if his accusers didn't smear him as a predator and used therapy speak to describe his actions. This might be the first time that a Google Doc has had such flimsy evidence that it completely destroyed the accusers' reputations, ruined any credibility they might have, and exposed an entire group of people as being snakes. And again, there are
There's still 10 minutes left on the video. Holy shit. Have I been talking too much?
legitimate grievances here, but they somehow framed it in the worst way possible, to the point of nothing mattering anymore. Once you lie about something as serious as this, people will never take you seriously again. It completely poisoned the well on any future discussion that could happen. If you want to take someone down, the absolute worst thing you can do is lie, because it will come back to haunt you. Whilst making this video on the 17th of April, Sykkuno released
Okay, so he releases a document. Okay,
an
nice.
official response to the situation, as well as a statement from
Good,
his
that's good.
girlfriend. I would like to apologize to everyone I have disappointed, most of all to my girlfriend. I am so sorry I put you
See, that's good. He doesn't address the side chicks, all those other girls. Only person he addressed is his girlfriend, because in the end, the only person who was done wrong is his girlfriend. To be honest, all those other girls, I don't really care, because they're not. He didn't date any of them. Only person I feel bad for is the girlfriend.
through so much. I never want to make these mistakes again and hurt you and the people I care about. I was unfaithful, and I own and fully admit to that. I lied to people and told them I was single, which I know is not right. I'm sorry to all of the people that I hurt by doing this. The following is not an attempt to minimize what I have done. However, I have seen false accusations about me that are not true. I cannot allow false accusations and such extreme labels to be placed on me. I do understand that the people making these claims did it from a place of hurt, so please do not send any more hate to anyone. I just want the situation to get better, and I wish them the best. My girlfriend and I didn't respond quickly because we were already working on our relationship and communication before this happened. Having so much private information exposed to the public has made it incredibly difficult for us to heal together. I will be taking a break from streaming and the internet to better myself and give us the time we need to try and improve our relationship. Thank you for reading, and I will continue to learn and grow from this experience. Along with this was a statement from his girlfriend, who has chosen to stay with Sykkuno despite the years of cheating.
See, even after all this time, his girlfriend stays with him. Like, jeez, man. Like, holy fuck, bro. He's dead ass him. You imagine you get cheated on for 5 years, and all the girls who he cheated on you with come out, and he exposed him, and you still stay with him. Dude, he gotta be him, dead ass.
And completely
He gotta be him.
disrespecting her. Hi there, I want to start by saying thank you to those who have been checking in on me and wishing me well during such a difficult time. It's been extremely heartbreaking to learn everything I know now, and going through this has been one of the hardest things I've ever been put through in my life. I've been tossed around from all sides. Me and my reality have been continuously shattered. Though, no matter how broken I am, I never wanted this to be public. It deeply hurts me that I wasn't given a choice in that, or even just warned that this would be happening at all. I didn't want this. Even after the fact, I wish they would have at least checked in on me or asked me how I felt about everything, but I haven't heard anything from the people involved since this all came out. I understand that those involved with him may have been hurt as well, but I don't believe my feelings were considered in this situation at all. Having my worst fears become my reality, then put on full display and used for profit for everyone to see is absolutely mortifying. It truly feels like a nightmare. It was already hard enough trying to work through things in private. This has just added another layer of difficulty and stress on top of ultimately it's been the choice to stay with
Holy shit, that was a lot.
Sykkuno, despite years of cheating on her and pretending she doesn't exist, was certainly an interesting choice. Some call it true love, but the majority of the reactions seem to be aligned on the pure shock of deciding to
You don't deserve her. I hope through therapy she heals and learns to respect herself enough to be free
stay
of
with
you.
someone who disrespected you so much. Maybe you've never deeply loved someone before. Hopefully they are both able to heal and he stops being like this. If the dude ends up cheating or flirting with other people again, she really has nobody to blame but herself at this point. The dude is 35 years old. It's not like
Holy shit, he's 35. Dude, he's like the same age as Kyrie. Holy... Kevin Durant, Jimmy Butler, James Harden, Stephen Curry, and holy fuck, dude, he's like the same age as KD. No way, dude. He looks so young. Is that Asian? Asian? I don't know, man. They age
Incapable of
weird.
recognizing right from wrong, he just doesn't respect her. He cheated, got caught and exposed, she blames the girls instead of him. This MF is Light Yagami. Those 3 tweets basically map out the entire conversation happening online right now. The reaction to her choosing to stay isn't one single thing, and it isn't 3 things either. It's this whole messy spectrum of opinions, and compressing it down to fans support her or fans are mad at her misses what's actually going on. On one end, you've got the sympathetic crowd, the people who are basically saying love is complicated, people stay in relationships for 1,000 reasons you're never going to understand from the outside, and you really shouldn't be judging a stranger about the biggest call of her life, which honestly is a pretty fair way to look at it. 2024, that her whole life is pretty tangled up in his streaming career, and they're asking the questions that nobody really wants to ask out loud, which is, how free is the choice to stay when leaving means blowing up your entire—
See, that's also like maybe she didn't leave because she didn't have a choice, because she's so dependent on him and she needs the money. But like at that point, it just becomes how much respect you have for yourself to leave. Maybe she stayed with him because she does still think it works and that she has a chance. But if she's only staying because she has nothing and she doesn't restart, then that's her. That's on her. That's just on her because she doesn't have the respect to leave. I mean, restarting is hard, but sometimes in life you gotta make the hard choices. So that's really on her, to be honest.
financial situation at the same time. They're not being hostile towards his girlfriend, and not necessarily Sykkuno either, but more so the position she's in. Then you've got the tough love crowd. They're both fully grown adults, and if he does it again, it's on her take. I go back and forth on that one personally, because on one hand, she is 35 years old, and treating her like she can't make her own choices is a special kind of condescension. And then you've got the 4th group, which is honestly where most of the actual heat is going right now. And this is the camp that has completely weaponized her statement against Mugen and Himomal. The reading is basically, she said she didn't want this, she said nobody checked on her, she said her worst moment got turned into content, so you hurt her more than the cheating ever did. That's the take that I've seen gaining the most traction so far, and that's the one—
I just don't understand why in the situation all the side chicks come out. Why out of everything, why is all the side chicks coming out exposing him? But why didn't the girlfriend come out? If the girlfriend wants to stay hidden, it's alright, but if it's not the girlfriend coming out, then none of those girls, they should matter, because they're not the victim. The victims are the girlfriend. I'll literally stand on that. The only victim here is the girlfriend. I don't care. I don't care what y'all say. Oh, he manipulated them and did all this to those girls. First of all, they weren't dating, so they shouldn't expect nothing from him because they're not dating. That's how I see
that's
it.
been the most damaging for the accusers, Mugen in particular, because if you actually go back and read what she wrote, she says she never wanted this to be public. She says she wasn't given a choice. She says her pain got used for profit. If we go back to Mugen's clarification tweet, he frames his decision to make the video to be telling got cheated on for 5 years and deserved peace. Every single time, that was his shield, and nobody and camp on that spectrum of—
Yeah, I don't know what the rest of this is, but that's that situation. We spoke on it, we reacted to it, and we're done. Sykkuno, he just he's not a predator. He's a playboy. He got that immaculate riz, obviously, as you could tell. His girl stayed with him after everything. It's whatever. Only victims in this story are his girlfriend. I feel bad for her, but that's it. So that's all on that situation. Next segment. Look, see, toast. I'm still getting recommended. This video came out 2 days ago and Sykkuno's in it. I thought that was Mia Khalifa. Who the fuck is that? I thought that was Mia Khalifa. The Shay Frost Files. Nah, I don't want to watch that. Can we play something, chat? Should we play, or should I just end stream and cut? Should I end stream, cut everything up? I think I'll end stream. End stream, shower, get those videos out, or no, edit those videos, TikToks, and get those out in a couple days. So I'll end everything here. Thank y'all for watching. Bye.